Welcome to the Keep the Faith podcast. I am your host, Tori. And y'all know it's been a minute and I'm running a little bit behind schedule. Had a little technical difficulties, but I hope you guys can hear me clearly. Make sure you tap in the comments. Make sure you can hear me, see me. And I have a guest with me today. I'm so excited to talk to Ameenah today. So, Ameenah,
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
everyone a little bit about yourself before we get into the topic. And before you start, also let me give a shout out to one of my sisters. She's celebrating her birthday today. So happy birthday to Quita May. She's celebrating a birthday today. So happy birthday to you. Hope you're enjoying your birthday. And Ameenah, tell the people about yourself. Because
Okay,
you wear so many hats.
I do. I do. So first things first, giving honor to God. Like I gotta shout God out first, because without him there would be no me. Never could have made it. Like for real. Me being here literally right now in this moment. I thank God. So the many hats that I wear, a lot of people know me as Ameenah, especially in the PD area through my activism. They know me as Ameenah, Miss Cupcake. My nickname's been Cupcake since I was first born. Little bitty girl that became my nickname right away. But my government is Natalia. So some people know me as Miss Natalia, Miss McLeod. I am a mother. I am a nurturing spirit. I'm a free spirit. I am a poet, spoken word artist. Shout out to the More Than Words crew. Our family love us much. New Danger, like yeah, that's my artist community. All of those things. I am a civic entrepreneur, and I am the owner and CEO of Piece of Cake. Piece of Cake Enterprises, where we have three main focuses: entertainment, education, and empowerment. So, and then for those of you who might know, I am a lover of God, and I practice my love of God through Islam. So I'm also Muslim. So I got a lot of different things that I do. But I'm definitely human. I'm just like everybody else. I got feelings. And I have emotions. And I've learned how to manage those emotions. I struggle with it at times. But what I have learned, I do like to share and teach to the youth. So I do a lot of community activism and volunteer centered around teaching social emotional literacy, helping people to learn about themselves, self-awareness, and self-regulation. And I am currently partnered with CAVE, Community Action Volunteer Experience. We are a new nonprofit in the PD doing some great things, and I hope that y'all can connect and volunteer with us.
That sounds good. Matter of fact, since you speaking of cave, I also want to shout out to Denise. Denise, I spoke with Denise a while back in regards to cave, and I definitely got to have Denise back on as well. It would be great to have you both on at the same time. I look forward.
Yes.
We gonna set that up, make that happen.
Yes.
But today we're talking about, and let me get my glasses because y'all, just like you said, you got to give honor to God. Let me tell y'all, when I tell you the technical difficulties we had to go live today, the
Mm-hmm.
devil
Mm-hmm.
is busy. I'm telling you, he's busy. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on?
But no weapon formed against us shall prosper.
Yes, it shall
It won't
not.
work.
And Rebecca actually posted the link. So
Thank you,
make sure
Rebecca.
make sure you guys go to the link and learn about cave. But tell us a little bit about cave, those that don't know about cave. Tell us about cave. And then also I want to talk about pieces of cake as well. And you know what I should have done kind of last minute, but you mentioned also, because I was gonna say you do spoken word. You could have did a piece if you wanted to. We can
Oh
do that
yeah,
before.
yeah. If the time permits, if the time
Okay.
permits.
Okay.
So first things first. So I am new. I'm new on the board with CAVE, Community Action
Mhm.
Volunteer Experience, and I love the acronym, and I love what the name actually stands for. So to me, when I first learned about it, my brain automatically was just like literally visualizing. We know that a cave is a space of refuge, right? It's a safe space, and that's definitely what we strive to do with CAVE. As the name says, it's about community volunteer experience, right? And so we are in the rural areas and we're connected with various nonprofits, and we're kind of like that middle ground where people are able to connect with us so that they can get better connected with other organizations in the community. We support schools and organizations, helping them with bridging that gap between the school and the community, because there are certain things that just can't be taught in school. And so that's why with cave we have a play and play initiative that we just launched this summer. Actually, we were wrapping up our summer series, and we were so blessed and fortunate to have sponsorship and support through from the community, and we really truly thank y'all. But we cannot do enough without y'all. Like, we worked this whole summer. Every Friday we were in Dr. Iola Jones Park in North Florence, being able to connect and engage with the youth, teaching them about themselves, helping them to tap into who they are, helping them to visualize who they want to be, learning how to regulate their emotions so it doesn't dis disrail them from what it is that they're on track towards. And so that's one of the many initiatives. But the beautiful thing about cave is we have a powerhouse of businesses that we're actually connected with that help to uphold what it is that we're striving to do. So we're connected with a lot of other nonprofits that we're helping to serve, bridge that gap. But we're connected with awesome businesses like PD Black Expo, who's in the process of helping us to get even better connected with other businesses so that we can get some of them funds running and rolling in, but also so that we can help other people understand about the resources that are out there, because sometimes there might be organizations that serve a particular need, and then there might be some actual for-profit businesses that meets the needs of people in our community, and then they also pour back into organizations like cave or support initiatives like some of the ones that I have going on through Piece of Cake Conversations to give back to our community. So long story short, cave is where anybody that's interested in finding out how they can get in where they fit in to be the change in the community, be a conduit of change, then this is one of those places where you can come get connected, and we're going to help plug you in with which mission best serve you. But we got a lot going on within our own organization, so we want y'all to come roll with us first.
Wow. What can we expect from Cave in the future? What you guys got coming up?
Okay, so in the immediate future, we are definitely supporting a lot of the work that's already being done with the city of Florence. We with some of the recent things that has happened in our community, we've been able to stand alongside DJJ when they had their event related to the Peace Up Guns Down. So we're definitely out here still supporting a lot of the initiatives that's going on. So you're going to see us showing up for other people, but in the capacity of our own, we're doing a lot of just kind of grassroots efforts. We still have our Play and Play series that we're, as the summer fades out, we're finding ways that we can connect with the youth beyond that. So we have something that I'm very, very excited about. So we have this initiative where we are connecting, and this is why having connections with the young people and connecting them with businesses so they can learn about how to be an entrepreneur or getting connected with job readiness and things of that nature. They're able to do that with us, with our organization. So right now I'm fortunate to have Talina Johnson. She's one of the cave kids. She works really closely with me. I've been able to mentor her and do a little bit of what some people call intrapreneurship as she's learning about entrepreneurship. Obviously, I'm an entrepreneur. I am a self-professed civic entrepreneur, which is just a fancy way of saying that I work closely with nonprofits and other businesses and things of that nature to help further their mission with them. But with Talina and some of the other kids and the youth that are employed with Piece of Cake Enterprises, we are able to provide mentorship and expose them to job readiness training, and increase the employability and things of that nature. Public speaking, it's a lot that goes into the programs that we're doing. So I'm really, really excited about Soy and the things to come.
What is the age group for the youth you guys are working? And I'm also going to read a comment from let me put my glasses on so I can see. But Rebecca made a comment and she says, we're continuing to reclaim our youth. Bring your young leaders out for a fantastic afternoon packed with interactive games grounded in social emotional learning, which is SEL, and a light snack. And yes, it's 100% free for our youth.
It
Our
is.
youth engagement specialist, Ameenah. Now, Amina, I don't want to butcher your last name. Piece of Cake Conversations can't wait to meet you and your kids. Let's learn, grow, and build resilience together through interactive play. See you soon at the park next Friday, July 24th at Arnold Jones Park. Now, tell us a little bit about it's called the SEL. Tell us
Mhm.
about that that's going on next Friday.
So the SEL is just social emotional learning. So that's the basis of what it is that's being taught. Anybody that knows me, I love games. I love games, and I really what I love most is actually what happens during the games, which is connection. Fancy way to say that is engagement, right? When people get together and they're actually connecting with each other, whether it's over music, whether it's over sports, whether it's over actual information and in some form of intellectualism, they're engaging with each other. There's camaraderie occurring and things of that nature. And usually when there's some engagement and people are enjoying each other, we got good vibes. And a lot of times that means that it's peace, it's love. And so, with a lot of what's going on overall in the world, there's a need for us to be able to provide safe spaces where positive engagement can go on. And that's what we've been able to do through Cave with our Play and Play initiative. And so we teach SEL, but the actual program itself is called the Play and Play initiative. The other program that we have not yet launched, but is very, very close, we're in the works, is called Spotlight on Youth. And I realized just after I said, I'm excited about soy, and I abbreviated and didn't say the full name. So we have the Spotlight on Youth program. We have many more details, and that's really something that Denise can give y'all the full brain chat, like how that whole program will be running. I'm one of those people. I'm such a direct services girly. Like, you tell me what you plug me in or what you want to be done, I definitely see the vision, and I always like jump on board to help bring that vision into fruition. But I love working with the kids. Sometimes I can get a little spacey brain when it comes to explaining exactly what we're doing, because I'm definitely that person who really gets it done. Like, I'm the person that likes to, as we say, feet in the street. We the boots on the ground. I'm that girly. But yeah, our Spotlight on Youth program is primary target audience for that is the teenagers. We're looking for about age 13 and up, so that we can help get them more so involved. We talk all the time about I had to breathe, because it's one of those things. It's like I understand why, but it is kind of like, oh, we miss it sometimes. So we do a lot when it comes to wanting to provide something for the kids, and then sometimes we
Mhm.
don't actually bring them in to find out what it is that they want provided for them. And
Right.
so with Spotlight on Youth, the whole process of that program is actually, instead of acting like we're saving our youth, we're giving them an opportunity for them to step up and be a part of it, so that it doesn't come off like they're troubled youth and we're trying to save them. As much as it is, we're engaging with them, and we're providing opportunities for training, opportunities for them to get out here and be the change that they seek. Like, that's really the most important thing. We are the ones we're waiting for. And so we want the youth to understand that we don't think that y'all need us to come out here and save you, as much as it is y'all need us to give an opportunity for y'all to show up for yourselves. That's what Spotlight on Youth is about. So we want to highlight the already awesome attributes that our kids have that might not be cultivated in certain other spaces. We want to be that space for them to cultivate those skills, so that they can be the change, so that they can be the future that we need.
Absolutely. Now you mentioned entrepreneurship. What do you say to those people? Because I actually have a son that's an entrepreneur. What do you say to those entrepreneurs? Of course, with entrepreneurship, there's days that you put in work, you get frustrated. What do you say to entrepreneurs that just encourage them to keep going and not give up? Because every day is not going to be a good day. But what do you say to them to encourage them to keep pushing forward?
Okay, so first things first, the real about entrepreneurship, you're going to work 15, 20, How do you Yang twins say 50 11 times? You're gonna work 11 times more for your own self, for your own business than you would for a regular job. So if you're thinking that entrepreneurship is going to be a pathway for you to be your own boss and quote unquote avoid having to work for others or avoid having to listen to others, this is why we have the mentorship program with like Piece of Cake and then Talina's Golden Grill, where you can learn how to listen to others, because before you can be a leader, you have to be a listener. You have to be a reader. You have to be an understander. And so I would encourage entrepreneurs first and foremost to definitely don't just think just because you got the goal and you see how much money can be made every day is not going to be profitable, but you do have to take it a day at a time. You have to realize that a moment can't stop your momentum, and that's a word for everybody in life. Like, I still have to tell myself that all the time. Look, I had a moment earlier today and I'm having to hear myself say these words. The moment shouldn't stop your momentum. That moment also shouldn't be the reason why you think that that's the only motion that you got going in life. There's this idea that people view success in just straight monetary form. So you can get the money, but good does it for a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? So make sure that you're getting to the bag, but not just financially. Get to the bag spiritually. Get to the bag when it comes in terms of serving your community, because if the way that you're making money causes harm to your community, we don't need you in your entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? And so, Lord, I can go off on a tangent because we got it's so many things like this branches off to like the idea of us as a collective working towards promoting certain ideologies and saying, well, this is what we're doing. We're gonna not shop this place because they're not supporting our community, and then certain individuals being so individualistic. So as an entrepreneur, yes, get to the bag, but not at the expense of your soul, not at the expense of your community, your people, your family. Like, you have to be well rounded. That's the most important thing. And every day it's not going to be always profitable in the ways that we typically perceive them to be. You might plant a seed today, the same day you plant the seed isn't the same day you eat the fruit. It
Oof.
could take a while. It can take a while before you start reaping the benefits of the work that you have done as an entrepreneur. So, and I will say this, and I shout out Miss Tanya. Y'all know I love some Miss Tanya. Miss
Yes.
Tanya will always tell you as an artist too, because a lot of people nowadays, entrepreneurship looks a lot like blending the lines of being an artist and entrepreneur. So being an influencer and product brand ambassador and things of that nature. And if you talk to a lot of the youth, that's what they're interested in being. They think that they're gonna start their little TikTok shop, they're gonna go viral, and they're about to be, you know. The most important thing that I can also say is realize that you gotta have something to fund that business until that business funds you. So yeah, be an entrepreneur, but also be willing to work, because it'll work if you work it, but sometimes you got to work it a long time before it start working and paying you. So don't be afraid. In the words of Miss Tanya, I heard her say this before, don't be afraid to get you a job, honey. She said a BS job, meaning it's going to be something that you can go to work and not feel overwhelmed to the point where you're not able to go back and invest into your, what people say, your 5 to 9. You got your 9 to 5, then you got to work on your own dreams and goals. So definitely, yeah, it's possible. Your dreams is
Oh,
possible.
if you remember, can that was bars. You said you plant the seed. Oh
The
man, I should.
it's actually an African proverb, so I can't even take credit for that. Y'all, it's so
Okay.
much that I say I would never try to take credit. Now, for the stuff that be really truly Queen Ameenah, like intellectual property of Cupcake, I'll let y'all know certain times, like, y'all, that's me. That's me. Mostly it be my poetry. But there's a lot that I say that I would never try to take credit for. I read a lot. I listen to my elders a lot. So there's a lot of wisdom that comes out of my mouth. But that is actually an African proverb, if I remember correctly. And it's like, the day that you plant the seed will not be the day that you eat the fruit.
Mm,
So you have to practice patience. And patience isn't just waiting, it's not just enduring, it's having foresight that grounds you, that makes you sit still long enough out of faith, because you know
mm.
that fruit is coming. You know what's about to be, what's coming into fruition. So you don't mind waiting. But patience alone is not just tolerance. It's not empty handed, just you know, because some people, they think they're being patient whole time they're just tolerating things. And then
Mm,
you'll know they're not patient because it can't endure. Patience endures, tolerance doesn't. So as an entrepreneur, even for the rest of my community activists out there, sometimes we plant seeds,
mm-hmm.
right? We plant seeds in our community, and the day we plant the seeds won't be the day that we eat the fruit. It won't be the day. Some of us planting seeds have planted seeds in our youth, in our institutions of faith, you know, where we're trying to build it up, and we want for others what we want for ourselves. So we're witnessing to them, and you know, we might have a family member that's trying to overcome some things. There's so many things out here, right? And you're talking to them and you're pouring into them, and those words, you're planting a seed. Some people not even planting a seed, some of us just tilling the ground. We're just
Mm,
shaking some of that dry soil up. But whatever step it is that you take, whether you're cultivating the ground, planting the seed, watering the seed, giving sunlight and speaking positively over those seeds, you know, at the end of the day, you have to keep the faith, Tori. You got to
yes.
keep the faith and know that that fruit is coming. It's
Yeah.
coming.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna look at some comments. Denise says the alignment keeps you committed to the assignment. Oh my God.
Girl, Denise always dropping bars. That's my girl. That's my girl for sure.
And she said, give yourself some grace and space to learn, pivot, and grow.
Yes.
And Rebecca says, trials work with patience. Oh
Yes.
my God. Listen,
Absolutely.
I definitely have to get you and Denise together. Oh my God.
Look, because the
We
conversation
definitely
she and
got to
I
set that
have,
up.
look, that's gonna be Tori. You might need to just go ahead and get ready to have a whole conference because Denise is a powerhouse. You hear me?
Listen, did you just put that in the atmosphere conference? Oh, let's make that happen.
Conference, yes.
We definitely gotta make that happen because you actually everything that you said is actually encouraging me. And of course, my son is watching. I'm sure you're inspiring him as well. Now, let me ask you this. Have you always had, because I know for the years that I've known you, you've always had this passion for the youth. What
Mhm.
gives you so much passion to inspire to you? Where do you get that passion from? What gives you a drive?
Okay, so I naturally have, obviously, just a certain level of skills. The way that God has, like, He's given me certain amounts of like attributes related to connecting with people and things of that nature. But I know that if I had not grew up with the mom that I have, where literally seen her, she worked in daycare. She's always worked in service industry. So my mom worked in a daycare. She's kept children. She braided hair. And if anybody that knows anything about being a hair braider or a beautician, cosmetologist, you are basically an unlicensed therapist. You are an empathetic listener. The way that I've seen my mama embody being a caregiver, I've had a passion for taking that to the next level, which means like charging that up and making it be like a community thing. I know also some of the background of me growing up and being a little girl who grew up without her biological father. And ironically, my biological father is actually a community activist. So yeah, even though he wasn't actually present in my life, he was present in the lives of other children who were closer to him. He's also a gun violence advocate, like awareness and advocates against gun violence. And even though I have not and he's also a poet too, so even though I was not
What?
directly close to my father, they say the apple don't fall far from the tree. And so a lot of the characteristics and the great things from my parents, I have that. I'm very fortunate. Sometimes my mom tells me, she says, Cupcake, you are who I would be if the world had not broken me. And I take that to heart, you know, to be like my mom, the best parts of her 2.0. And that's she's really a lot of the inspiration. But I would be remiss if I didn't name some of the other people, like Mr. Adrian Wright, my band director, Sergeant Major Pittman from my JROTC. Like, oh my God, it's a lot of discipline that I've learned from just the band and the ROTC program that made me want to get out here and share with other young people who may not be interested in that track, but they need that same type of engagement. Um, Youth Pastor Melissa Rowland from Miracle Temple Family Fellowship Church. There are so many people. Oh my God, like I would just be naming quite a few people because I'm a little bit of all of them. I am apparently also an embodiment of like Asada Shakur. I get that I get that comparison quite often, and I'm grateful for it. People say that I remind them of Angela Davis. I've been told recently that I remind people of Bell Hooks. I need to start reading some of her books. But yeah, all the good things. Of course, I am inspired by um like just the everyday people though. Like I said, it's people that I would be naming people and y'all would be like, who is that? Miss Regita from PD Cap Shelter. Like the people that I've come in contact with that have just reinforced the love of God in me, it charges me up and makes me want to get out here and keep being the change, be the light. You know what I'm saying? In
Mhm.
this world where people will have you believe that there's so much darkness, I be out here being the light so I can see the light. Cause you gonna see what it is that you be. Like for real. And so like I said, I already mentioned Miss Tanya, love her so much. Sonya, look, it's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be a lot of people.
Tanyetta.
Miss Annie Pittman. These are all the people, but primarily my mom, my grandmother. I come from a long list of like very strong women. But I know that my McLeod side of the family is what grounds me. Like my grandfather, and I'm grateful that my mom had her father in her life. I'm grateful for having that two parent household on the paternal on the grandfather and grandmother end. Like that, having that actual real family is what shapes me. It makes me want to give to others what they might not have in their immediate access, in their immediate surroundings. Not saying that everybody has to have that or that they're less than if they don't, but I know the benefits of it. So I'm going to highlight it and at least offer the love and things that comes with that sense of community so that we can all like benefit from it.
Oh man, that is such a beautiful thing. What do you say to those they may be daughters and mothers that don't have relationship? That's I think it's such a I was just talking to someone earlier about that. What do you say to those daughters and mothers that may not have that strong foundation, and also to those sons and fathers that don't have that strong foundation? What do you say to those to say to those individuals not to give up? Because some people, if they don't experience
Mm.
the love and compassion, I mean, there's some people that I see, they yearn for it and they don't experience it. So therefore they want to give up on life. So what do you say to those people, individuals, maybe daughters and mothers that don't have that strong bond, sons and fathers that don't have that strong bond? What do you say to those people to encourage them to keep going? Because sometimes people be like, well, I didn't have this and I don't know how to experience this. I don't know how to react, because if you never experience it, you don't know how to, what I'm saying, navigate life, so to speak.
Look, the divine design of there being two parents that it takes to conceive a child shows that it takes two, like, to raise them. And I understand from a place of literally empathy. Like I can empathize with the person who might suffer from mother hunger or father hunger because I've experienced both. Me and my mom's relationship has gotten tremendously better over the years, but we've had moments. And so that's why me teaching SEL, social emotional literacy and learning, is very important because it helps you to be able to be self-aware and identify what it is that you're feeling, what you're navigating, but also it gives you an opportunity to be optimistic and hopeful that now that I have these tools, I can better communicate and probably strive towards developing a relationship. I will say that it's never too late, but I will also allow for them to understand that if you are putting forth the efforts to develop a relationship with someone, and they're not receptive of it, it doesn't say anything about you. And so, working with the population that I work with, that is sometimes a conversation that comes up, because we do have young people who are coming from families and backgrounds where everything isn't whole or idealistic. And so, that does, it creates a very sensitive space. Where they're vulnerable, and I always have to just give a little bit of opportunity to let them know you're entitled to feel what you feel, right? Your feelings are valid. I can't tell you what to feel. I can't tell you when to feel it. But I can try to tell you how, when you feel it, what to do about it. And so, if you have a desire, if you're a person that has mother hunger, like you desire to have a relationship with your mother, and she might not be receptive, the or your father. The other thing that I will highly encourage you to do is realize that they are not the only source of mothering, nurturance, and nurturance from a father. God does not operate in lack. So I'm pretty sure that there's somebody around you that he will send on your path that can be like like a father or like a mother, and they won't replace your biological mother or your biological father, but they will be what it is that God wants you to have, period. That doesn't have to only come from that one person. That one person is not the only source of love and nurturance that you will have. And so, on the flip side, I encourage everybody, all of us who's listening, to understand that we're coming in contact with people on a daily who they're looking for love outside of their homes. And I want us to make sure that we're giving and living a good example of that, so that they don't have to keep living in a space of lack. Because God may have actually placed you in their path to be that source of love and nurturance for them, for that child that doesn't have the mom to kiss them, or for that child that doesn't have the dad to give them encouragement. So let's just like literally be the love of God.
That was such a beautiful answer. Oh my God, that was powerful. And Rebecca said, "You better preach, Miss Cupcake." And Denise says, "He'll provide what you need. We only have to accept it."
Accept it.
Absolutely. You
Absolutely.
listen, I am so excited because we definitely got to put a conference together. There is so much. Oh my God, just that one question right there. I know that there are some people that actually needed that. That's why I asked that question,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody does not experience that type of love. Now tell us more about the SEL that's coming up next Friday, July the 24th.
Yes.
Tell us a
So
little bit
our
more.
yes,
Okay.
our play and play initiative is actually our final installment of our summer series. And once again, our headquarters, we are right there in one of the hearts of Florence, Dr. Iola Jones community. We're in her part, in that part, and Dr. Jones part. That's our part, y'all. That's all of our part. It belongs to all of us. It's something that we all can go experience, enjoy, contribute to. That sense of community, like it's for us all. So the program at Play and Play, we're actually wrapping it up, so we're going to be doing a little bit of more so celebrating, and that's a huge part of social emotional learning too. You have to learn how to celebrate. You have to learn how to appreciate, show gratitude for the progress that's already been made, the work that's been put in, so that you can anticipate the next thing. So we've been learning a bunch of different lessons throughout the summer. One of the major things that we've been teaching the young people is respect. I
Mhm.
know for me, I tell the kids, I say, what Miss Cupcake say respect is, because you'll hear people say respect is treating others the way you want to be treated. And child, let me tell you, it's some ways that some people want to be treated. I don't want to be treated the way that other people want
Right.
to be treated. Their standards for their life is not my standard for my life. But what I do tell the kids is that everything, every living thing that has been created in the spaces that have been created, whether by man or by God, they have value. They have value. And sometimes the value isn't always monetary. Sometimes it's an immeasurable value. So we have to treat things with value, right? And that's what respect is, treating people, places, and things with value. We've talked about why things are valuable. We've talked about trust. We've talked about accountability. We've been talking about spheres of influence. Yesterday we had I was about to say a show. We had our our play and play series yesterday, and the conversation was so good with the youth, with the teens, talking about spheres of influence and just encouraging them as school get ready to go back, how they have to be mindful of the different influences, but how they have autonomy no matter what's
Mhm.
going on around them. They get to choose. Co-regulation, yes, we talked about co-regulation, self-regulation, co-regulation, and de-escalation. We've been giving them some skills so that they can take, yes, definitely the self-regulation. We've been giving them some skills and some tools. So next, this Friday coming, they're gonna do a quick little review. But more so than anything, a huge part of SEL is, like I said, seeing the good, completing things, and celebrating your accomplishments. So they've been rocking with us all summer long since May 29th, y'all. We've been out there.
Wow.
Yeah, since May 29th. And so we are going to celebrate our young people for their tenacity, for their perseverance, for them showing up.
Yes, and Katrina said, I think that's Katrina because I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, it says Katrina Fullmore.
I, she said, I love that treating things with value. Oh
Yes,
my
that's what
goodness.
respect is. And I really wish that more people like y'all, if y'all ever hear me say something and it clicks, don't think that
Mhm.
I'm the only person that's supposed to be saying it.
Right.
Please take these same words and start sharing it. I'm really big on, I'm literally praying and asking God for him to help me amplify the message that he gives me. Not because of me, but because of the message. Because honestly, like I said, I'm human, I'm flawed. I don't necessarily always feel like I'm worthy to be the mouthpiece, but I know what's the words that God has put in me that needs to be spoken, especially to our young people and oftentimes to the adults too. I have adults that come up to me, they say, Cupcake, girl, I feel like I ain't learned. I never knew what accountability was till you broke that thing down. We, you know,
Listen.
like, I, it's the way that God gives me understanding and I'm able to
Hmm.
share that. Particularly, mostly we've been doing programming for the youth, but if y'all want to come out there as adults, look, come out there, sign up as a volunteer so you can learn too. Because I promise you it's a lot of people are underdeveloped. So this is why I'm so excited about working with our young people. A lot of people are underdeveloped, and it's not because they don't want to know. It's because how do you know? How do you get to know when there aren't always opportunities? We go to school to learn what? Reading, writing, arithmetic, right? They're not able to take the time to teach social emotional learning in the classroom. And
Hmm.
for those of you who know, I went to school to become a school teacher. And I realized that wasn't really my passion. Yes, I care if children can learn and read. But you know what I care most about? If they know how to read the room and regulate their emotions so that they're not showing up feeling timid. Yes, I care if kids can read, but I care more that if they read and they understand the context of what it is that they're reading, they're inspired to do something beyond what the words was just on the paper. You know what I'm saying? I That's what I care about. And so that's what social emotional learning is. It's increasing that self-awareness and then taking it to the next step and saying, okay, what actions, what impact can I have? First within myself, and then I have a responsibility to my community. So we talk a lot about civic involvement and civic responsibility because that's really what it's all about. It's about us getting ourselves together as individuals so that we can show up in the world better. A lot of people like to talk about romance and love, but there's a
Hmm.
greater love and it exists within community. So somebody has to teach us how to be in love and in community with ourselves, with others. And that's what SCL is all about. That social emotional learning, it improves your romantic relationships, but it improves parent-child communication, peer-to-peer relationships. And then even when we talk about people who have a higher emotional intelligence, a high EQ, then they go on in the workplace. Look, when your emotional intelligence goes up, a lot of the problems that we have in a society goes down. um with all types of social ills because empathy increases, and then a lot of this stuff that comes from inconsideration, it decreases. Violence and crime, it goes down. The higher people vibe with emotional intelligence, then all of these other things, it goes down. So that's what we're trying to do, is really increase the peace.
That
Increase the
is
peace.
so good. You actually, I actually was going to ask you a question about the adults because I was like, the things that you're speaking on, there's adults that don't have these skills.
When will they have learned it, Tori? Like
Oh,
let's really And this is why I show up in the world as empathetic as I do. Um, when will people have learned this? Like I said, we go to school for reading, writing, arithmetic. You go, there's extracurricular activities that teach us how to play musical instruments, how to play sports. You know what I'm saying? People have cooking classes and things of that nature. You go and sit up on
Mhm.
the Big Mama and learn how to, make sweet potato pies and stuff. People teach what it is that is most commonly known. Most of the time, people have not gotten to a space of identifying what emotional intelligence looks like and then verbalizing it in a way where we've packaged it and made it easier to facilitate and help other people to learn it. And so, but it needs to be learned. It needs to be learned, and it needs to be learned in a way where it can be inviting. And so that's why I'm so excited about the Play and Play series, because we took the opportunity to teach these kids, but in a way that's not traditional, in a non-traditional classroom setting. We've given them snacks, because who don't like snacks? Them
Right.
kids don't look. You say something about some food, people will come for some food. But then the thing that just takes it triple threat, then you make it fun. With them games, I take regular games and tie in the components of social emotional learning. Like, for instance, yesterday we were talking about spheres of influence. So everybody knows the game Duck Duck Goose, right? Not hard at all. I talked to the kids about the different spheres of influence that we have in our life.
Oh no.
Sorry, y'all. Different
Okay.
people who might influence your behaviors, your actions, you know. And we can never say that somebody else made us do anything, because we make the final choice before we put forth the actions, and we have to be accountable about the impact of our actions. So I said, y'all, you know how you go duck duck goose? What are you doing? You're making a choice, right? Why didn't you pick this person? You're making a choice. It's the same way with all of everything else in life. So before we just go do, we need to have a thought, choose. Now the kids got on me because they was like, Miss Cupcake, what's a thought? And then I'm like, what y'all talking about? And then I realized I got a weird way of saying certain things. So let me get it right. Let me get my southern accent right. Because my mama is from DC. So like it's certain words I say a little weird, right? Um, thought, thought, choose. So instead of duck, duck, goose, it was thought, choose. But I kept saying throw it, choose. And but yeah, just helping. And so we running around playing, and then we throw out a scenario when you have to you have to think twice and then choose. And so we take different things. We've been having fun, y'all, taking regular games, and it's not always trying to make a game make a point. You know what I'm saying? Because everything just can't be always a lesson. But I tie it in with the lesson, and sometimes we just play games. Sometimes we just play games because life got to be fun. Sometimes it can't always be. But that's why I'm so excited about the Play and Play initiative. So we would love your support. For those of you listening, I'm gonna have a very shameless plug. We would love for y'all to donate your time or your dime. Rebecca has posted that link. I'm gonna need for y'all to click on it and make our cash out ring, make it ching ching. Like,
Yeah.
give us some money, honey, because we're doing great things with it. We're pouring into our youth in fun, innovative ways.
Absolutely. And then I want to go back to a comment that Katrina says excellent. And then I
Thank
want
you,
to go back
Katrina.
to a comment of Denise. She said, do not let your gifts, skills, and talents take you where your character can't sustain you. That's a bar right there. Our youth need emotional intelligence. Yes.
They do.
Do not let your gifts, skills, and talents take you where your character can't sustain you. That is good. Oh my
That is
goodness.
so good.
Yeah, that's really good. So, the other thing I wanted to ask, when you guys start doing the other event that's coming up, definitely let's get on the podcast and talk about it, because there are people that don't know about these events that need to know about it. Because, people like myself, I work a lot, and I need to know about these things. And like I said, you guys are welcome to come on my platform to get the word out. Whatever flyers or anything I can do to get the word out, just shoot me a text or leave me a message, phone call. I'm all about this. I'm all for this. I'm
Yeah.
super duper excited. Now I can't, I like to show up, and I can't make every event because of my work schedule, but whatever I can do as far as promoting it, a flyer, you can tag me and stuff to get people the awareness. I can share it on all of my social media platforms. I'm here for it. So whatever you
Thank
guys
you.
need me to do, definitely let me know whatever I
Yeah,
could do to be of service to you guys. Because
we do appreciate it too.
I'm a servant first before I do anything else. I like to serve and I like to show up for people. So whatever I can do to serve you guys, definitely let me know.
And I know that to be true because that's how me and you met. Me and Tori kept bumping into each other at so many different community events. So I do thank you for that. And like I said, for those of you who are viewing, there are so many opportunities to serve. There are so many opportunities to serve. If you're looking for one, we would love to have you here. And if, like I
Mhm.
say, if we know of other missions that you might align more with, we definitely gonna tell you, well, hey, DJJ is doing this. This particular church is doing that. We're gonna just we're constantly sharing flyers and showing up and supporting other people in their mission because overall we just want to see the greatness of the PD lived and
Mhm.
realized. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah,
that's what we're out here for. Really, truly building community. Really, truly building community.
absolutely. Now, let me ask you this. If you have the time, I
Hmm.
don't know if you want to do because I love your spoken word as well. So if we have the time, we got a few minutes. Do you want to share some words of encouragement, or if you want to do a piece, that's totally up to you. I'm here for it.
Look, I have a piece that I absolutely I got so many poems. Y'all get on me and tell me, Cupcake, go ahead and publish the book. Uh I have a piece that I really love doing, and it's like in my mind, I'm like, do I remember it? Because I get up here and start on this thing, and brain might go blank, and then I'm gonna just be like, y'all count and charge it to my heart, my mind, not my heart. But yeah, if time permits, was there any other questions? I'm trying to think. Now, I will say this. As an entrepreneur, I definitely have to say this because there were so many years that I put my business last. So this chapter of my life has been an interesting one. I started Piece of Cake and it was just entertainment. If y'all heard me earlier, I say enterprises because I have three
Hmm.
main focuses. So like my business model now is like a culmination of all the little things that I love. Pieces, they're the parts of Cupcake, right? And then of course the other thing is that my business is Piece of Cake. So like we make things sweet and easy. Sweet and easy is our thing. We try to take entertainment experiences, make it easy for you. You can literally come to Piece of Cake. You're having an event. We have the inflatables. We
Hmm.
have concessions. We do full carnival experiences. We have face painting games. If you need an MC, I'm not shy. Like whatever it is that you need related to entertainment, I got you. If you want a spoken word artist, I got you. If it's not me, I'm gonna point you in the direction of another one. I got you. So like the entertainment thing, like we got you. It's a one stop shop. We're adding more things so that we can really be a premier entertainment company in the PD. That's my goal. And after like with me doing entrepreneurship and me seeing how empowering it is to be able as a mom who doesn't always have the luxury of having childcare, it is important for me to have something that's flexible. I love the fact that with Piece of Cake, I get to accept parties, but I get to bring my children with me. Yes, I have Talina Johnson with me as a little entrepreneur in training. She's training right up under me. She's coming in. She's learning a bunch of different things: face painting, how to do the concessions, scheduling and things of that nature. And but Talina's already so bright, like she's helping me sometimes because Miss Cupcake can be scatterbrained. I think I'm undiagnosed ADHD. I got some things like I'm on the spectrum. I'm not even lying. Like I know it. I know it. But it is good because she'll remind me like Miss Cupcake, we need to get this like because I'll start playing with the kids and stuff at an event. And Talina's very much like her mom, so she's like Miss Cupcake, do you want me we can go ahead, I can go ahead and get this. She's doing a lot and it has inspired me to be like I need to do better with documenting processes so that I can help better train other people. Entrepreneurship is one of those things that levels the playing field when it comes to creating income for people who have to get creative, who maybe, like for me, had been applying for jobs and I wasn't getting anything back. I used to be the manager of the homeless shelter here. So I've worked in nonprofit for a number of years. And I was blessed enough to be able to manage the homeless shelter here. Unfortunately, during COVID, I had to resign. The daycares were closed. So I've been dealing with the issue of trying to find work and not always having supportive childcare. Going back to my business that I started in 2013 enabled me to be able to get out here, do something I love, it be flexible, me earn income and still spend time with my children while providing a valuable service to others. And so
Wow.
I love that. And so my thing is I want to help other people. This business that I've created, the model is very simple. Like it, once you buy the equipment and things of that nature, if you have a heart, you love seeing people engaged the way that I do, I want to help people be able to eventually buy a franchise, a piece of cake, and do the same things in different areas. um and then the other part of piece of cake is the piece of cake conversations. So it's not always just me wanting to get out here and have fun, but I want to have fun and have some substance. So there's
Yes.
conversations that need to be had. But like I said, I like to introduce those topics in fun ways. So then I get to blend the game part, the entertainment part of piece of cake, and then add that element of conversation and engagement so that we can have meaningful conversation. And like I said, make peace easy. Harmony is possible, y'all. We be thinking that we have to disagree with people and have these like almost drag out brawls. We don't. But a lot of times, if people haven't had safe spaces where they can engage in conversation and they can make light of the situation and not each other. Because this whole like disagreeing with people and then automatically calling people names and all this stuff, I'm like, what? Yeah, we gotta play some games. We gotta play
Yeah.
some games first, and then come back to that topic, so we can get to the root of things. And so that's what I love doing with piece of cake conversations. And so, like I said, I did want to share that. The beautiful thing is when you support piece of cake entertainment by booking a party, you're actually supporting the work that I do through piece of cake conversations. Each year in March, I have an initiative that I do related to teaching kids body boundaries and consent, and I usually partner with the PD Coalition, and we host an art contest. And so I go out to various youth serving organizations and I talk to the kids about body boundaries, consent, good touch, things of that nature. And then we do posters. In February I teach virtually because I can't back to back. So March I'm in person, but February I'm on the screen. Y'all see it on my page. But I teach about healthy relationships. It's a lot of things that need to be talked about that sometimes people don't know how. I'm not shy. God be
Yeah.
giving me a certain kind of way to deliver it, so I'll be ready. But if you support us by booking a party, getting an inflatable, having us come out in face paint, you are supporting youth development programs. You are supporting community education programs with piece of cake conversations. And so I really appreciate all the people who have supported it. I wanted to highlight that so that if there's anybody that's looking for a way that they can support CAVE, which is the organization and community action volunteer experience that we're partnered with, and we do the Play and Play initiative, and we have soon and very soon spotlight on youth. Then definitely support us directly through that. And if you want to find out more about opportunities with Piece of Cake Entertainment, whether that looks like you booking us for a party so we can come through, and when I tell you we come through, we make it easy for you. You just bring
Yeah.
your people. We bringing the fun. We are bringing the fun. So yeah, whichever way it is, but I truly thank y'all for the support. As a person who, like I said, I've gone through all types of things. We could be on here for hours. Like I've lived so many different life experiences. I've had bouts of depression that I've overcome. You know, so many different things. So it helps me to show up in the world with a space of empathy and encouragement, with a lightheartedness, still with my inner child ready to be hopeful about the next moment, because it life has not broken my soul. It has just created opportunities for it to grow. And
Mm.
so I just want to do the same thing for other people. I want to share that. And whether that is directly through Piece of Cake Entertainment, Piece of Cake Conversations, Queen Ameenah Poetry, or the organizations that I partner with, like Community Action Volunteer Experience. I want to do that, and I hope that y'all want to do it with me too.
Amina, We definitely got
Yes,
to do a part
ma'am.
two. This has been, oh my God, this has been fire. We got to do part two because we run out of
Look,
time.
I'm ready because
We got to
look,
do
like I
part two.
said, it's so much, Tori. It is so much because, like I said, you and I, we also are both first aid mental health certified, and so like that whole process, like talking about mental health, the importance of mental health, parenting is a big one. Tori, if I get on here and start talking about the difference between what people think gentle parenting is versus versus what gentle parenting actually is, baby. Y'all talk about y'all talk about what's going on with these youth. The reality is the youth are actually holding a mirror up to us as a society about what it is that we've lived for them. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a tough conversation that people don't always want. Good grief is a good one, yeah. But that's also a conversation that people don't always want to address. So
Mm-hmm.
this is why, like I said, that social emotional learning component, we got to start doing better as parents, as adults, because we can't regulate our children when we're dysregulated. And oftentimes we don't recognize that we're dysregulated. What parents and adults keep thinking is them being assertive adults is actually dysregulation. Then you passing them ill feelings onto them children and expecting for them to respect you simply because you're an adult. And it ain't happening. It's a reflection. And it's not happening. So Tori, we do gotta do a part two. We do, cause
Listen, we're
look,
going to have to do a series because there's so many things you touched on. We're going to have to do a series. Oh
I'm
my
here for
God.
it. I'm here for it.
Oh my God. So let's stop there because we can go. Let's stop there because we're about to plan this series.
Yes.
We gonna talk about this when we get off the air. But thank you so much. I got to re-air this. I'm gonna re-air this tomorrow evening during my regular time because I like this Saturday thing. This is pretty dope. Doing it on a Saturday night. I was like, let's just go live because I like live better because we can answer questions in real
Yes.
time
Yes.
as opposed to recording. So let's go live. And I kind of like this Saturday thing.
Girl, look, Tori, I'm gonna tell you, y'all, before we started, I was telling Tori, I said, Tori, I got a little headache. She said, me too. But Tori, my headache going away. I think it's
Mine too.
the dopamine and the
Mine.
good vibes. Let me find out. Tori put the tea in Tylenol without having to take a pill. I'm here for this. I am here for
Mine
this.
is gone too.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. But yeah, we're gonna definitely do a series. But I'm gonna wrap it up because we run out of time. But definitely I'm gonna have you back. And then the next time, just be prepared to do a piece or two,
I got
possibly.
y'all.
Yeah, a piece or two possibly. But we're gonna matter of fact, when we end the live, hang on backstage, we're gonna talk more about what we got coming up. And I definitely would love to have you, Rebecca, and Denise on at the same time if we can
Yes.
possibly make that happen.
I believe
And
we can.
let me go to my bushy mean and Sharp. What's up, Sharmy? That's another one that does great things in the community as well. I love it. East side. No, it's west side. I'm talking about east side. It's west side. My bad, Charmaine. It's west side. It's west side story, right? West side. And then Rebecca to my devil tried it. But you guys, thank you
Yeah.
guys for watching. I'm definitely gonna have Ameenah back. This was good to me. As some young folks said, this was this was good to me. But as I say at the end of each podcast, whatever you do in this thing called life, it may shake you up a little bit, but you may bend, but don't you dare break. I love you guys. And like I said, I'm gonna re-air this probably tomorrow evening during the regular time. But I kind of like this Saturday thing. It was pretty dope. But you guys have a great evening. And Amina, hang on because we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about this. What we gonna set some stuff up. But you
Yes.
guys have a great evening. You be blessed and always remember to keep the faith. Peace. We out, y'all.